going on, everybody? It's Rod coming to you from Rod Capital. Just want to do another video over this previous Tuesday's session. Right now, as you can see, I have AMD pulled up. Again, I'm using Thinkorswim platform. And before we start, I just want to say that anything that I'm discussing is not investment advice. Sort of like a disclaimer, right? Nothing I'm throwing out there is investment advice. I'm just simply showing you guys and telling you guys what works for me and what has worked for me and what's continuously working for me. But without further ado, we have AMD pulled up. I scalped a couple of nice plays on this, and I'm going back. So right now I'm using on-demand feature, which allows us to go back and replay previous sessions price action. Right here, the top right corner, I have AMD pulled up on the weekly chart. You can see that it has released from the weekly squeeze. And what that lets me know is, not for sure, not for certain, but, the average release of a squeeze is 8 to 10 bars. Right now, we are currently on the 9th, 10th bar. So that lets me know that, there's possible more momentum heading to the upside, right? So with that, and not only is it releasing from the weekly, we pull up the 1 hour chart, and right here to the left, you can see I have the 4 hour chart pulled up, and it's currently in a 4 hour squeeze. So not only is it releasing from a weekly squeeze, it's in a 4 hour squeeze. And I'm trying to pull up this 1 hour chart. Let's see what it's looking like for you guys. And then I'll press play on the price action, and we can see I'm actually going to type in the times that I entered the trades, or around the time that I entered the trades, so that I can walk you through my methodology of why I took these trades, right? So right now we have the 1 hour chart pulled up, and it is squeezing as well. And so if you guys looked at my previous videos, you will see that I am very invested in the squeeze strategy, the TTM squeeze by Dr. John Carter. Alrighty, so we have 927 pulled up here. I'm going to forward this up a little bit to 29. All right, I'm just going to play. All right. I'm using the 1 minute chart. That gives me a visual of what's going on the lower time frames. I have the 1 hour chart pulled up, and I have the 4 hour chart pulled up. Now we just have market open. I entered my first scalp at 9:31. Right now you can see this massive momentum, this massive buying pressure coming in. Now, I like to use a strategy every now and then where I hop in after a massive green bar. Some people call that the 1 minute bar play. So I literally entered on the next candle. So on the 1 minute, so every candle is an increment of 1 minute, right? So I know that, AMD's in a squeeze. I want to say SPY hit new highs overnight. So boom, right there, look, we see this massive green candle. We see the buying pressure coming in. Looking at the level 2, buyers are stepping in. Boom, that's when I bought. And I rode this for about 4 minutes. So you can see multiple time frames. You see the buying pressure coming in, the momentum picking up. And, the rest is history. Just like that, guys. This is how I make my watch list in the morning. Now here you see we have a bit of a rejection at that 48.85 level. So right here is very important that you want to read the tape, right? Because really, essentially I could have just taken profits after it hit that 48.84. I mean, those are typically big moves I like to capture when I'm scalping. Now, if I'm swing trading, then I'll just let the whole play out for the day or whatever have you, whatever time frame increment I'm looking at. But I'm reading the tape here, and I'm seeing that buyers are stepping in at this 48.70 level ish. So I stayed in, and as you can see, we got another wave come in. So right now we're at about 934. So it broke that previous high, that wick there, but we're getting rejection here. So this is about where I took profits. I saw that, hey, it broke that first resistance here that we got, but then it only broke it by a little bit, and then it's seeing some rejection. So right here, it's struggling to break this level. I never seen a man go broke taking profits. So boom, we got this huge burst of momentum, and next candle is when I took profits. So right up in here, boom. So that's when I took profits. Got out just in the nick of time. But actually kept rallying. Look at that. Huh, whoa. Like I said, never seen a man go broke taking profits, guys. So, it doesn't even matter if you take profits and the move continues, right? As long as you get your cut, that's all that matters. But say that you have stayed in this trade, you can see that it would have worked out very well for you. You could try using the runner strategy. The runner strategy is where you buy multiple contracts and you cut most of them. So if I were to buy 4 of these, I would have cut 2 of them, cut half, left half on the table, let a little bit run. Right there, probably would have trimmed again and would have let one run, set a stop loss to say break even so that you don't lose any money and you keep what's on the table. Those are different strategies I'll be sure to be uploading in the near future. But I mean, again, this was a dollar move, $1.25, $2 move already within 5 minutes of the open, guys. So that's how I call AMD. I use this strategy quite often. Got another time frame on AMD at 10:28. Gonna pull that up. Do about 10:26. Okay. So we can see we've kind of speed up on the time. We can see that we hit 49.04 level and then it rejected, created a new low, 48.03. So here I entered at 10:28. It's a minute away. AMD is still squeezing on the 1 hour chart and on the 4 hour chart, so it has not released from the squeeze yet, which means that we're still going to experience a bit of a sideways movement until it breaks out of that range. I see a very strong reversal here. So I'm reading the tape at this time, and I'm seeing that AMD is holding this 48.50 level very well. And I'm entering here. Again, reading the tape. We got sellers at the 48.57. We can break that. Then it could rally. It could run. Got some sellers sitting there. Notice how it's bouncing off of the 48.50 level. Check out this 1 minute chart. I wasn't in this trade very long. I sold at 10:32. So it's tapped that 48.50 level, rejected, bounced off that support, boom. Testing it again, bouncing off. Bouncing off, trying to break this 56 range. Really fighting this 48.50 level, really holding right there. That's what you want to see. You're reading tape. It's a good opportunity to catch a bounce. It's not my go-to, not my favorite strategy, but in this bull market, I've noticed that it pays to wait and it pays to buy the dip. So again, we tested the 48.50 level and it rejected. Now we're trying to push higher. Waiting for that 48, 56, 57 level to break. Boom, there it is. There it is. Just fighting it, breaking through that level. Let's see right here, if you line it up with this wick, it matches up perfectly at 1026. So you could have waited for a break above that, but I was just reading the tape and I saw that it was really holding strong on that 48.50 level. And as you can see, it's rallying. There you go. It's broken through that level. That's how I played AMD for the second time. I sold at about here. So I took profits at the top of that wick as soon as it broke. Just a quick little move, quick little scalp. When you're entering these plays with more size, it doesn't take much, guys. I'm not looking for 100% return. 10%, 20%, I'm cool with. I'm fine with that. That pays the bills. That's all that matters. Bread and butter. All right. So I'm gonna pull up Amazon. Caught a real nice play on Amazon. And again, guys, looking at this time, look, it's only 10:31, so it's about an hour. After market open. Caught Amazon at 10:18 initially. I'll pull up 10:17 for you guys. All right. All right, again, so Amazon's in a 4-hour squeeze. Looks like it's just trying to release. Releasing from a squeeze on the 1 hour as well. I'm telling you guys, bread and butter. You're going to see a lot of these squeezes. Let me show you a lot of these squeezes. It's bread and butter for me. It's how I pay my bills. All right. So we had Amazon come down to the 1858 level, 1858, 55 level bounce. Strong rejection. I got a heavy level of resistance here at 1871. So I'm looking for a close above this level, push above and a close above this level here on the 1 minute chart. Looking over here to the left, it seems that the market has bounced. It's making its way to the open range, which is also another strategy that I like to use. It's called an open level break. It's when a stock opens up at a level, it falls, and then it reverses and it breaks above that open level. Typically when stocks break down and then they reverse and it passes that opening level that it opened at, it continues. You see a continuation to the upside. So here it broke above, kind of pulled back, but I saw that it bounced off of the level sort of. So I entered here at 10.18, and as you can see, we're already up $3. It's not even 3 minutes in. My stop loss would have been below this level. So if it would have pulled back below this level, then I would have been out. I would have cut my losses quick. I was only in this trade for a minute. Boom, look at that. Look at all that momentum. So clearly buyers want in at this level. I have market here forming a pin bar, which is just gives me more conviction to stay in. Took profits right about there on that next gap up. Nice little $2 move right there, real quick on Amazon, just scalping. So I took profits there. I hopped back in at literally 10.20. So really I didn't have to move that. We could have just stayed there. So market's making a move up. It's very important that you're not only just watching the ticker that you want to trade, but you're also watching the market, because if the market isn't strong, then it's likely that the ticker that you're trading, especially if it's connected to the market, that it's going to follow the market. So Amazon is like a top 4 holding in SPY, which means that it's heavily weighted in the SPY. So if Amazon is going down, it could potentially bring SPY down with it. So you always want to double check that. And so I took profits there, waited a little bit to see what it was going to do. Was it going to fall back, retest this level of resistance, turn support? If not, if it was going to continue to rally, then I was going to hop back in. This is what I was thinking. This is how I think. Typically, you want to, if let's say you would have played this reversal, you would have want to take profits at or close to that level of resistance. If you're playing a break, you want to take a position above that level. Sometimes you'll get false breakouts and they'll break above and then they'll come back to retest. So you want to have a game plan set. So I entered here again at 10.20 for another minute. Only played this for a minute. Just caught a quick little scalp. Again, when you're entering size, you're paying $1,000 for an Amazon contract. It doesn't take much, guys. Like, you just got to catch the right momentum. You got to catch it in the right way, And this just comes through repetition time and time again. So here, this is where it actually rejected and it fell through. We're going to see if it closes below this level. Always want to wait for a close below a level. A lot of times I've seen where a stock will fall off and then it will just come back, and which is a lot of times just market makers psyching you out. But it closed below this level, so I took profits. I closed that contract at 10.21. I entered again at 10.26. Okay, so we can see here that Amazon broke below that level, but then found new support right below the level. It's consolidating nicely below that level. So, one or two things, guys. This is what you want to see. You want to see consolidation, but it could go either way. It could at this point, it could fall below, break that new support and keep heading down, or it could retry this resistance here. This is why patient pays. So I entered at 10.26. It's a minute away. Let's check out what SPY is doing right now. SPY is bull flagging, which is typically bullish. Bull flagging, hence. What's going on with the tape? So I don't see too many sellers here. You have all ones, right? But what that typically lets me know is that this is probably market makers playing around, trying to flush out everyone before the move is made. Looks like SPY is trying to break this level, is trying to rally to the upside. So really, really fighting this level here, this 1868.50 level. Just gonna fast forward a little bit. As you can see though, we're getting extreme buying pressure coming in into Amazon. All right, so I bought here on this candle. And as you can see, we're attempting to break that level of resistance again. I sold at 10.32. So I'm still riding this momentum right now. Got some sellers sitting there at that level still. We got SPY breaking out of that bull flag. So that's important. It's important that you have the market supporting the move that you want, that you're looking for. I got Amazon attempting this level again. Let's see if it breaks. Let's see what happened, guys. Boom, there you go. Gap above the level. Boom, continuation. There you have it. It's the move I was making. That's the move I was looking for. Another retest of this level in the break. And we got it. We got SPY taking off, breaking that bull flag formation. And I sold here. So that was like a $3-4 move right there. And in minutes. And that's how I made 1,900 in 1 hour, guys. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, hit the like button. I got more content on the way. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, this is Rod coming to you from Rod Capital.